Slackline World Championship. Steep Creek Kayaking. Bouldering. They're running. Slopestyle Mountain Biking. Stand-up paddleboarding. Drop dog. There's also a mud run. And this is 8-ball. Hey, I'm Mike Escamilla, and we're about to take you up on the hill with the best of GoPro Mountain Games. We're going to start things off with Slopestyle Mountain Biking, where today's top freeriders have turned what you thought was mountain biking into this aerial circus. Let the games begin. As a part of the Free Ride Mountain Bike World Tour, the world's top freeriders are set to put on a show for the fans here in Vail. This course, it features 3 distinct line options, with a new feature to freeride slopestyle, the open loop. In run 1, Mike Montgomery, the 2011 Mountain Games champion, set a pace early with a solid run, 83.0. Eric Johnson, the second place qualifier, took to the course and was the only rider to hit the open loop. With progression comes risk, and with risk comes slams. After missing pedals on a Superman seat grab, sending him over the bars, that was enough to end his day. He couldn't take a run 2, so he was out. Top qualifier Adam Hauk had trouble in his first run, no-footed can-can over the hip, got a little sour, couldn't quite get lined back up, so he hit the brakes and ejected instead of running into the fence, put him at a 54.33. Pressure was on for run 2, but the leader after run 1, Braden Barrett-Hay, dropping it in with a big backflip over the rocks, then right into a huge double tail whip, finishing the last jump off with a big flip whip. Even he knew he crushed it. Second run wouldn't get him a better score. With 4 riders to go, we pick up the action in run 2. Braden holding on to first, just in front of the 2011 champion, Mike Montgomery. Mike getting ready to drop in. First run score, 83. Needs an 87 to beat Barrett. We'll see what he does. Said he was a little worried about hitting that open loop. Crashing means everything. Let's see what he's got. Dropping in with the 360 step down. Heading in here, speed is an issue. If you overshoot this bridge, completely screw your entire flow up. Cranking into a big whip transfer from the far left into the right, having to find a line through the rocks to hit one of the last jumps. Big 360 tabletop. Let's see what he's got here at the end. Superman flip over the last jump. Not sure if that'll do it. It's a good run. We'll see what the judges say. This transfer right here, didn't see many people doing it. Over the chasm. Going for the 3 table. Not sure he got as flat as he wanted to on that one. I think he's improvising. Let's see what the judges say. Oh, 87. Needed better than an 87.33 to put him in first. Not today. Still holding on to the second place. Next up, Mitch Chuby, sitting in 4th with a 79.33. British Columbia local. Got to do something here to move up. Dropping in with a huge front flip down the step down. Haven't seen that yet. Up over the bridge. Tricking up, bar spin up, 3 and down. Trying to get as many tricks in as possible. Not quite getting the extension he needed of that no-hander up over the rocks. Picture perfect bar spin flip. And a big tail whip, missing the pedals a little bit to finish it off. Not sure that's gonna do it. He seems pretty psyched though. As you can see, fitting as many tricks as you can, barring up and 3 and down. Every trick counts. Doesn't get better than this, bar spin flip. And here's that tail whip. Slightly missing the pedals. I'm sure he's gonna feel that later. But he did it, 83.33, moving him into 3rd place. Let's see if he can hold on to that podium spot. Braden Barrett-Hay still holding on to the lead with 2 more riders to go. Josh Holt and the top qualifier, Adam Hauk. And still to come, best of the GoPro Mountain Games, the Crazy 8-Ball Kayak, World Cup Bouldering, the Slackline World Championships, dogs, and so much more. Stick around.
The GoPro Mountain Games are amazing this year. I'm really excited.
We're all here for the same reason, love of the river, and we're all out there to have fun.
You get to hang out with all your friends from around the world again, so it's actually a really cool atmosphere.
I think it's such a great event that they put on here.
Just from the fun factor, this is where you want to be.
It's inspiring, and I think that's the biggest thing about the mountain games is that you watch all these different athletes, dogs and people, try to perform their best and inspire you.
Well, everyone came out this weekend, even some unexpected people. Sasquatch on the lurk, feed your wild side. The GoPro Mountain Games, something for everybody. Now back to slopestyle. 2 top qualifiers still getting ready to go. Braden Barrett-Hay sitting in first. Mike Montgomery right behind him. Both of them have already taken their second runs. There's Barrett there. Josh Holt from Idaho Falls, Idaho. Not the best first run. Gonna have to put something together here if he wants to see podium. Drop it in. GoPro angle, the 360 down the step down. Headed towards the bridge. Up over the bridge, he's got a bar up and a bar down.
Bar spin on, bar spin off.
Right into a front flip. Whipping the hip. Getting set up. Big 360. Let's see what he's got here at the end. Huge Superman whip. Think that's gonna do it. He seems pretty excited. Let's see what the judges say.
Really good extension on that super whip.
Oh, we got the front flip here. As you can see, it's picture perfect, swerving into the hip. And then here at the end, with a huge Superman whip, getting full extension. Doesn't get better than that. 84.67, putting him in 3rd place. That's a huge run for Josh. Next up, our top qualifier, and the only person possible at this point to knock out Braden Barrett-Hay at that one spot, Adam Hauk, dropping in. Let's see what he's got. Starting off getting stylish with the can over the step down. GoPro shot up over the bridge, barring up and whipping down, missing the pedals, but keeping speed enough, getting toboggan over that set, hanging up a little bit. Table 1 foot over the hip. 3 whipping. And then let's see what he finishes with. No footed can one-hander kicking out at the end. We'll see if that'll do it. Adam looking a little frustrated.
Well done, Adam. Great run.
Right here with the whip down, that's all hop, missing the pedals, but keeping his momentum, able to continue. And then a big 3 whip here, perfect. Not the run he's looking for, 79. That makes Braden Barrett-Hay our champion with his first big career win. Mike Montgomery in second, Josh Holt finishing up the podium, and Braden Barrett-Hay, congratulations. You'll always remember your first win.
My first run helped, which I was shocked because I just felt rough all day, wasn't really into it, and then I was like, I'm just gonna send it, and I don't know, worked out. I can't believe it.
We just saw the mountain bikers fly through the air. Now it's time to see some real athletes fly through the air. These pups got pop. This is the Eukanuba Duck Dogs Big Air Final. Let's check out the GoPro Duck Dogs preview.
I am the host of the dog competition. Hi, Jasper. Are you ready to jump in the water? Jasper got me wet.
The Eukanuba Duck Dogs pool was packed all weekend to watch the incredible athletic dogs showcase their talent in 3 disciplines: extreme vertical, speed retrieve, and the crowd favorite big air. 6 dogs made into the final where the format was simple. Each dog gets 2 attempts. Whoever jumps the furthest wins. With their favorite dog toy in hand, the handlers huck the toy into the pool and the dogs get after it. In run 1 of the final, the Vail local dog and top qualifier Flower jumped 27 feet 9 inches, 2.5 feet further than Remy, who sat in second place after his first jump. Now joining us, Mountain Games legend Ken Hovey.
Great to see you, Mike. You know, we've got our athletes that come out each and every year walking on 2 legs. Well, also, they come in the 4-legged brand. And the most popular event at the Eukanuba Dock Dogs is the Big Air.
Let's check the standings. Flower and Remy getting ready for their second jump. Koo already taking his. Best he can do is third. As we get set for Rowdy's second jump here in the Big Air Finals.
Well, the crowd has gathered. The weather is beautiful. Vail, Colorado, and Golden Peak, the backdrop for the Eukanuba Dock Dog Challenge. Now, there is a lot of just hucking your carcass into the pool that goes into this, but there's also a lot of strategy. You can see Kathy Willis right now getting ready, lunging into the pool. It is a huge jump for Rowdy.
Now, Rowdy, 4 years old and a golden retriever. You don't see many golden retrievers in the Big Air Finals.
Yeah, out of all 3 of these dogs, Rowdy is the biggest, but he's not letting that stop him. He may be massive, but he goes big here at Golden Peak.
Second jump, a little bit farther than the first, but stays in the same place. Not going to be any gold for this retriever today. That's all right. He'll shake it off. Up next is Remy. He seems so stoked to be here. Ken?
Yeah, Remy is a Belgian Malinois, and without a doubt, definitely high energy, but that's what it takes to win this event. They've got their strategy, but also, let's get down to it. They've got to huck themselves off of this ramp into the pool, and whoever gets the biggest air, they're going to be the winner. And John right there, he's trying to get the crowd to participate.
Look at that dog sitting back there like a beast. This is the only dog that could take Flower out. Let's see if he did it.
And right there, jumping basically the entire length of the pool. We'll see what the judges decide.
I love it. All these dogs are so happy the entire time. Really is fun for them.
And like an outfielder or a wide receiver, you notice that Remy never takes his eyes off the toy.
25 feet, 1 inch is not going to do it. That makes Flower our champion today. The Vail local taking it home. Benjamin putting up the proverbial paw.
And it looks like this is going to give Flower the opportunity to take a victory jump. And the dog and the handler both do a double dip into the pool here at Golden Peak. Congratulations to Ben, your Vail local, and to Flower for an outstanding performance.
Remy and John in second, Koo and John in third, and Tonka and Rich rounding up in fourth. Let's hear a word from our champion.
You know, 27.9 was a wish, and we definitely got that today. Super happy. You know, I'm glad that my dog jumped that. Absolutely incredible.
Still to come, the best climbers in the world, the Slackline World Championships, and those Whitewater Warriors, the Crazy 8-Ball Kayak, and a lot more. But next up, the world's top creek sprinters attack the famous Homestay Creek and will give you a perspective of insane kayaking never seen before, thanks to over 60 GoPro cameras. Welcome back to the Rocky Mountains, everybody. We left Vail and now we're just outside the eclectic town of Redcliffe for the Bud Light Lime Steep Creek Championships. This is Homestay Creek, where the fastest kayakers in the world are about to shred this whitewater. I'm gonna find the best seat in the house, but really, the best seat in the house is where you're at. GoPro's gonna cover this event top to bottom, fully on GoPros. You wanna see how narrow this creek really is? Check this out.
Man, Homestay Creek, you can either have the cleanest, most amazing lines, or you can end up like that.
The whole time you're double guessing what's going on in front of you, trying to read and run the whitewater and make it down without any mistakes, which is not easy to do.
It's really steep, it's manky, you know, the rocks are just blasted and really sharp.
Leap of faith is called that for a reason, because you go like this, and you're like, come on, baby.
It's really difficult, and it's kind of scary to be racing down. These are the kind of creeks that we travel around the world to go find.
Women had first crack at the one-run, winner-take-all final on Homestay Creek. Both Natalie Anderson and Adrienne Levconnect had solid runs. But it was the defending champ, Martina Wagman of the Netherlands, that doubled up, dropping the competition, and taking home her second straight Mountain Games title. "19-year-old phenom Dane Jackson wasn't so lucky in round one. The freestyle world champion got hung up just below Leap of Faith in his first run, knocking him out of the race when he was forced to swim.
It was all going really good. I had a great boost, and then my bow hit the wall on the right. And then when I flipped over, my stern hit the wall on the other side. And with the water coming down on me, I went underwater, and I was actually stuck there. So it wasn't a fun situation to be in. I figured there was one that was probably best to get out of as quick as possible.
With one Jackson down, it was up to his father and kayak legend Eric Jackson to represent the family in the final. Virginia's Brian Kirk dropped down the launch ramp first, streaking through the whitewater with just over 1 minute and 48 for the third fastest run of the day and the early lead. Eric was next, but EJ had some trouble at the Leap of Faith, settling for just over 1 minute 53. Dave Lucilli was unable to better either time, and the stage was set for the world champion Nick Troutman and two-time defending champion Mike Dawson to settle this paddle battle on the water. So Ken, you know a thing or two about this event, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. My friends and I started this event about 12 years ago. We had nothing more than 10 competitors and a couple of walkie-talkies at the start and the finish. And here we are years later with this big kick ramp and the best paddlers in the world ready to take it to Homestay Creek. And this guy is the world's best. This is Nick Troutman. He is a world freestyle kayak champion. He's also the son-in-law to Eric Jackson, brother-in-law to Dane Jackson, and he's the husband of Emily, and he's about to become a dad, so he's got to earn his keep out here on Homestay Creek, and he's off and charging it. Momentum is your friend. You've got all these little bits of swirly water, these holes in these rocks, and they want to slow you down. You're battling not only the elements, but also the clock. This is a timed event, and the fastest paddler to the bottom is going to win. Coming in right here, a huge boof where he actually launched his kayak off the top of that rock, landed flat, and keeps it pointed downstream. We call this portion the upper mank into the lower mank. This year, kind of a new route as they're going more to the left of center. As he comes around, the GoPros are recording it into the bird bath, executes a perfect stroke there, and keeps going. Constantly paddling, pushing, and battling, getting downstream as quickly as possible. This area right here is not a paddler's friend when it comes to racing. That flat pool into little sunshine can be a bit tricky and can wear you out, especially considering you're about to drop into a series of waterfalls that drop an estimated 20 to 30 feet over about 100 yards, and this is the trickiest spot of them all, Leap of Faith. As he resurfaces quickly, you can hear the crowd cheering, the cameras catching the action, and with just a few paddle strokes left, Troutman will come in with a time of 1 minute and 50 seconds, not enough to oust Brian Kirk.
Now let's take another look at this Leap of Faith. What's the trick here to getting through it safely?
Really what you want to do is come in straight and clean and keep the bow of your kayak up. You don't want to submerge deep because that's not going to be fast. You're going to spend more time underwater than on top of it paddling for the finish line.
And here he is digging deep, trying to make up as much time as possible. This altitude's got to be playing a part, and it's not going to happen. Still sitting in second place with one man left, Mike Dawson.
Back to the top of the ramp here at the Bud Light Lime Steep Creek Championships. This guy can do it. Mike Dawson out of New Zealand. He's 28 years old, and he is a powerhouse. He has won this competition before, and also more recently was just in the Olympics in slalom kayaking. He's in a familiar place. He seems like he's kind of slow and steady here at the beginning. Now, his times coming into the finals were better than the 1 minute 48.26 seconds that he needs to be at the top of the podium. He's got it on cruise control, navigating these rocks like a Jedi, keeping it pointed downstream, staying in that current. At about the 42nd point, this is where it starts to get critical, that upper manky bit. You can see all these jagged rocks everywhere, and right here is decision time. He goes right of that booth now, makes his way back to the left into the center portion and what we like to call the goal posts, and lines it up and punts it perfectly. Still continuing an aggressive move here into the bird bath, gets the bow of the boat up, keeps pushing, keeps going. That momentum once again is critical, and we've seen all of our paddlers have slower times as the day has progressed, and we're back to that area through the bird bath into the flat water, and now Little Sunshine. He handles that great, doesn't spin out, doesn't get eddied out, and doesn't flip. And now we come back into that series of waterfalls, and you can see the GoPro cameras catching the action perfectly into Leap of Faith. Absolute perfection as he launches his kayak off and cruises on down into the finish line where Kirk and Troutman are waiting, and he posts a time of 1 minute 45.82, and that is enough for first place and another victory here at the GoPro Mountain Games.
The Kiwi has done it again with a huge margin. The American Brian Kirk in second, and the Jackson crew in third and fourth. Let's hear from our champion, Mike Dawson.
The boys here are super good, and it's always good to race with them. They skip it up, and I'm always nervous at the top watching what they do, and maybe that's what fires me up here. You hear commentary and can see the boys racing, and it gets you nervous, so you step up.
Still to come at the GoPro Mountain Games, Demolition Derby on the water, the Gibbons Slackline World Championships, World Cup Bouldering. But up next, we'll hit the town of Vail, Freestyle Whitewater Park. Welcome back to the GoPro Mountain Games. It's not all about the pro athletes here. Whether you're a pro or a Joe, it doesn't matter. Ages 6 to 60, there's something from everybody. The GoPro Mountain Games doesn't leave anyone out. With so many different sports going on at the GoPro Mountain Games over the weekends, Joes compete on the same courses, share the same trails, creeks, roads, and in some cases for our four-legged friends, the same airspace as the top pros in their respective sports. You don't have to be a pro to get out there and challenge yourself, but you can look like one and go pro. Or you can put yourself to the test in the Ultimate Mountain Challenge, which consists of kayak sprint, cross-country mountain bike, or a 10K spring runoff, and to wrap it up, a road bike time trial that ends at the top of Vail Pass. 4 challenges, but only 2 champions. Jen Gersbov and Zara hammered up Vail Pass for the women's title, while Josiah Middow extended his winning streak to 7 straight by crushing the field in day 2 to win by over 7 minutes.
I'm psyched when it works out like it did, and I never take anything for granted. I need to have my fitness on form, and everything worked out. I'm really happy about it.
Now that's an ultimate challenge. Speaking of challenges, freestyle kayaking, it really is insane. And all the top kayakers have made it here to Vail for the GoPro Mountain Games.
Adrian Levconnect went sleek for charity, and an 8.5 months pregnant Emily Jackson paddled for 2. But it was 12-year-old Sage Donnelly who flipped and spun her way to that coveted women's championship and the Gerber Golden Axe. On the men's side, Dane Jackson showed the packed house in Vail what freestyle kayaking is all about, posting the best run in each of the first 2 rounds and headed into the final round with a score of 1,180 points. After Adam Chappelle and Eric Jackson failed to knock the younger Jackson from the top spot, it was world champion Nick Troutman dropping in and upping the ante with 1,330 points, putting the pressure on Dane and top qualifier Jason Craig. With only one more shot at the title, Dane dropped in, and despite an impressive set of tricks, he was unable to better his previous score and would have to see if he would take home the silver as he did in 2012, or if Jason Craig would send him home with the bronze.
So it comes down to this. Jason Craig, 19-year-old from Reno, Nevada, has got 1 minute to impress the judges. See if he can take Nick Troutman out.
And he's off to a great start as he goes for another trick. Oh, unfortunately, though, he flushes. We're in downtown Vail on Gore Creek, the same location that they had the Jack Link's Ultimate Mountain Challenge, where kayakers had to sprint as fast as they could downriver. Well, this is freestyle kayaking, and they're looking for tricks like that, the big back loop. The crowd definitely appreciates it. He goes cross bow for the Phonics Monkey, another high-scoring move. He sticks that. Now goes into a lunar orbit, into a back surf, setting up off that left paddle blade. Buries the McNasty, that double horn blast indicating 15 seconds left, into the air wheel, also known as a Space Godzilla. You can see altitude playing a factor, gets the Space Godzilla on the other side. They'll only be scored once on each trick, so they do have to switch sides, and that is going to do it for Reno, Nevada's Jason Craig. And a quick look back at a couple of highlights. Definitely going to see a high score from that back loop and also the air wheel, aka Space Godzilla. The judges love these.
The Space Godzilla coming out of the lunar orbit, landing here in Vail Village was not enough for the top qualifier. Jason Craig ended up in the 4th spot. Nick Troutman, our winner. Dane Jackson and Adam Chappelle in the 2 and 3 spot. That's 3 out of the 5 Jackson crew in the top 5. Let's hear from our winner, Nick Troutman.
It's a pretty huge accomplishment to win it here because it's just such a huge event here at the Mountain Games. And but in the end, I was really just trying to go out there and have my personal best ride, and I was fired up with it. So, you know, it's pretty cool to go out there and achieve what I wanted, and then the fact that it beat everybody else and I was up on the top of the podium was pretty cool also.
When we return to the best of the GoPro Mountain Games, we head over to the climbing wall where the best climbers in the world solve some problems as they climb their way to the top of the podium. And still to come, the insanity of 8-ball kayak and the slackline world championships here at the 2013 GoPro Mountain Games. Welcome back to the best of the GoPro Mountain Games. Now we've covered a lot of sports, time to combine a few. These are the cross sports. Now it is a 4-on-4 competition, which means it's gonna be some contact. I hope it's co-ed. And then there's what they call 8-ball. It's pretty simple. Kayakers come down, the 8-ballers do whatever they can to slow them down and knock them out. Pretty much whitewater warfare. The rules are, there are none. My kind of game.
Ball is the definition of a battle royale.
It's like gladiator fighting in kayaks.
It's head-to-head racing with a bunch of jousters coming out trying to take you out.
Their only goal is to make you not finish the race.
If the 8-ballers want to take you out, they can take you out.
It's a lot of fun. It's just a fun event, and yeah, it's awesome.
And there's my good friend, Mr. Squatch. He's running from the 8-ballers too.
Was he ever here?
Now 8-ball, Ken, you and your friends invented this, is that correct?
It is, and it's kind of ironic that we were sitting around the offices drinking some Bud Lights, and we came up with the idea of an MMA steel cage match style of carnage-filled kayaking, and we named it the 8-ball.
Now, I mean, you guys worried about getting hurt, drowning, anything like that?
No, you can see right there, Hayden Voorhees, Hunter Kadish. There's some of the younger paddlers out there. Over the years, we've had no significant injuries, but we've definitely had some bruised egos.
Now it's women, children, everything is allowed here, right?
Oh yeah, and there is no ladies' tee. If you decide to get out there and compete in the 8-ball and come paddling downstream, there's a whole bunch of people in the eddies ready to knock you out. And they're known as the 8-balls. You see them right there in the eddies waiting for our competitors who are upstream at the moment. They're gonna line up facing upstream, and then right when the referee yells and you hear that whistle blast, they're off to the races. And Mike, it's not always the best idea to be out in front.
Yeah, it looks like the first down is the first to get beat down.
Usually the person that's in the lead has a huge target on their back or on their front. And right here, Mike Dawson, who is the champion of Steep Creek, decided to sneak out there and be an 8-ball himself.
Right in the face.
Perfect example of a big hit. And as they come down into the village, you can see it's kind of controlled chaos. We've got our men's final underway, and this is the amphitheater where the big hits happen. Oh, and right there, coming out of that river right-hand side eddy, big blast from the red boat, and about 12 to 15 kayakers drifting downstream, and we'll find out who our winner is. Take a look, dead center of your screen in the red helmet, Hunter Kadish taking a big blast. He's joined by Dane Jackson to his left. And as we go down to the river view with our GoPro camera, you can see him coming across with the yellow bib, red helmet. That is your champion in 8-ball, Hunter Kadish. And it looks like, as he makes his way even further downstream, he's shaking it off, but he's all right from some of those big hits.
And it comes down to this. First place to Hunter Kadish, second to Dane Jackson, and third to Hayden Voorhees. Let's hear from our champion, who had to fight for this win.
Definitely an explosion. I didn't know what was going on. I just remember going underneath the boat and just rolling up and hoping I was in first. I didn't know what Dane was, so I was glad to come up top, though, that's for sure.
From a duel in the water to a duel on the slackline, Slackline World Championships coming up next. Welcome back to the GoPro Mountain Games. I'm here with Sketchy Andy. Andy, let's see what you got on the slackline.
Okay, I'm just going to show you a little bit.
Don't look very hard to me.
You just kind of get on your toes like this. You put your feet together, you balance. Oh yeah, it's not hard at all. Yeah, you can try it. Just do it. There it is. You got it. Oh yeah.
Let's just check out the World Championship slackline.
Yeah, that's it.
Slacklining is essentially a 2-inch trampoline. It's all balance, and you just try to, bounce around, do some tricks, flips, spins, whatever you can do.
The tricks that you can do range from yoga poses to jumping up and down to backflips, spinning moves, butt bounces, chest bounces. I mean, the sky's the limit, really.
So that's what slacklining is all about, but right now, it's all about a world title.
If you're right near the slack line, if you can step away,
The finals are set. On one end, it's Benny Schmidt. On the other, it's the #1 ranked slackliner in the world, Alex, the Machine Mason. Ken, why don't you break down how this competition actually works?
It's pretty simple. Each one of our slackliners is going to get a total of 2 minutes. Once they get on the line, the clock starts. Once they dismount or fall off, it stops, 2 minutes apiece.
Now let's go down to Josh Greenwood for the play-by-play.
Here he goes all the way from Germany. Please make some noise for Benny Schmidt. Both of these guys have a final 2 minutes to do whatever they can to be the new world slacklining champion. Alex Mason on the line. Big squat out butt flip, sticky butt bounce. He wants it bad, folks. Let's make some noise. Oh, ascension 540. Double drop knee. Looking good, stepping off the line. All right, good start for this last match. Benny still has plenty of time on the line. Big air out there by Eddie, setting it up. The butt to feet, he sticks it, he sticks it. All right, 1 minute and 37 seconds for Alex. It is America versus Germany here in the World Slacklining Championships. Alex says, hop back up, Benny, you still got more time. Big 180 to 540, 360, 360. Tons of spin by Benny. Make some noise. Back to crook. Drop knee there, looking nice. Into the back bounce, up to feet. Oh, good stuff. 1 minute and 19 seconds out. Benny, Alex, you have 1 minute and 36 seconds. Final match here. Nice butt flip to butt flip to butt flip. Oh, that trifecta. It is unreal. Alex just playing his body around to get that title. Hooking up some 180s there. Nasty chest. Chest nasty. Sick nasty. Huge combo there. Using his time wisely. There's the butt to feet. Almost gets it. 1 minute and 7 seconds. Alex. 720 to 180. Setting something up. Help him out, folks. Almost gets the backflip. All right. You have 1 minute and 3 seconds, Benny. And then, Alex, you have 1 minute and 7 seconds. 1 minute and 7 seconds. All right, Alex Mason back up on the line. Here he goes, last minute. Very nice butt 360. 540, 360, 180, free fall, ascension 5, what a combo. Oh man, he's the machine, folks. Make some noise for Alex Mason. The backflip, oh. He's been working on that all weekend long. Now Benny is on the line. Here he goes. Last bit of time for Benny. Good combo there.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, let's bring these guys home.
Benny's back up on the line. 54 seconds. Let's make some noise for these guys. Oh! Oh! Almost gets the butt 180 to feet. So close. All right, Alex has 38 seconds on the line. We are under a minute for each slackliner here in our Slackline World Championships. Make some noise, Vail! Double drop knee there. Look at that. Styling it out. 30 seconds. The fearless Ascension 5. Here he goes. Butt flip to feet. He gets it. 20 seconds for Alex Mason. Oh, it's heating up. Benny has just a bit of time left. 35 seconds, 35 seconds. Big backflip. All right, he'll get another one. Final round for Alex Mason. Hoping to land something that will seal the deal. There it is. 15 additional seconds to do one last trick. Here he goes. Butt flip to butt flip to butt flip. On the line, time running out. What's it gonna be? Putting it together. Here he goes. Oh. Oh. Didn't get that backflip off in time. Give it up for Alex. All right. Last run for Benny Smith from Germany. Benny! Whoa. What a final, guys.
That'll do it. Looks like it'll come down to the judges. Will be Benny Schmidt or Alex the Machine Mason. Both of them putting it all on the line here at the Slackline World Championships. And it's Alex Mason. Not only the winner, but the youngest world champion ever in the history of slacklining. What a great way to end a perfect weekend here at the 2013 GoPro Mountain Games. 25 events, 40,000 people, and one Sasquatch later. The Mountain Games are getting better every year.
This annual event is the perfect way to kick off summer in the Vail Valley, and it lives up to its tagline, Athletes, Art, Music, and Mountains.
So thanks for coming out. Get outside, be the adventure, and we'll see you next year.